Welcome everyone to the top 10 list for this week. Admittedly, it's a weird one, okay? In the pre-show, we were talking about how South Carolina is now allowing the firing squad as an option for capital punishment. That seems terrible, but America's getting worse every passing day, so I'm not that surprised. That said, it got me thinking about capital punishment, and so if it were to happen and we got to choose, Francesca, how would we want to go? That's what I was thinking about. By the way, we mentioned this on the show, and I got a comment from a cat named Crow who said, I had a friend who wanted to die thusly, quote, walk barefoot through an acre of boobies, and at the end fall into a vat of whiskey and drown. King.
Yeah,
that sounds terrible. It's still drowning.
I don't think you get past all the boobs.
I don't think you'd keep
They're
going.
They're vicious.
By the way, I've got the preview monitor up. Indisputable's on right now. They're talking about the South Carolina firing squad thing. So great minds. I see you, Rashad.
This is perfect.
Anyway, mine are not going to be super serious. Little heads up, little spoiler. But anyway, maybe a little bit. Do you want to get us started off with your number 5?
My number 5 is the most serious because it's something that I think makes sense if you're going to do something as awful as capital punishment, which I do not believe in and I think should be abolished. And what kind of democracy or modern state can say that they basically just do an eye for an eye? That like if you take someone's life, we're gonna take yours, and that's the definition of a modern country. F that noise, that is awful. I don't believe in the death penalty. I'm fine with life in prison. I'm not okay. Maybe not even that. Depends on the conditions. But okay. Yeah. But here's what I will say. It is, as I was thinking about the being executed by a firing squad, it sounds inhumane and it sounds draconian or sort of obviously like not draconian, but like medieval, right?
It's like barbaric, yeah.
Barbaric and medieval, but like the only reason that the electric chair and lethal injection are somehow less barbaric or evil is because they're easier to witness, but they are in fact far more painful, especially lethal injection, which apparently is one of the most painful ways to die. So I don't believe that anyone should die by the state in a way that is painful. So if a gunshot's gonna be quicker, anyway, that's okay. All that being said.
You're saying you'll take it.
No, all that being said, here's what I will say. You're gonna inject someone with something and a lot of it until they die. And this is not to make light of people who have done this and the sad loss. But inject me with heroin, please. Please inject
heroin?
Me straight heroin. I don't look, I just the best kind there is. I hear it's black tar. I don't know much about heroin.
That's the only kind I know of.
But give it to me. I want to go out high as a kite
and chase the dragon squad.
And chase that dragon. And honestly, like that's the most humane way. Why don't they overdose people if they're trying to kill them? But anyway,
yeah,
overdose me. I want to go out. It'll feel good. And
I haven't experienced it. I'm just speaking for myself. But
it'll feel good. I mean, I've never done it, but pretty sure it'll feel good.
Yeah, look, first of all, I echo all of your comments about capital punishment. By the way, doing this list is not an endorsement of capital punishment. In fact, it is mocking it because it's a terrible practice. It shouldn't exist. That said, we already have some synergy. Mine is not inject me with heroin, but I'm starting off relatively serious, but also relatively easy. I don't want to have all of my options be really onerous for the government, expensive and everything. So mine is pretty free. You can do it literally any way as long as I am on a lot of nitrous oxide while you do it. You can feed me to wolves, whatever you want.
Nitrous.
I've said often, I know it's not heroin or whatever, but it's something
like dental. That's dental work, bro. You gotta get killed.
It's not the thing that's gonna kill me, but it's gonna make me not care about the thing that's killing me. I've said multiple times on the show, I got nitrous for like wisdom tooth removal or something. And that was a crazy experience. I didn't care about nothing that was going on. So I would meet my fate like whatever, man. I'm fine with whatever
No, and it's funny because you even think about that, like the humanity that is, and now we're just getting dark about it, but like the humanity that is, like, yeah, when someone's getting a wisdom tooth or they're, you don't want them to panic, so you give them nitrous oxide. I know women in labor used to be given nitrous oxide. I watched Call the Midwife, and it's like, yeah, that's humane. We don't even give that to people, prisoners on death row, to have them be a little calm about the fact that they're being put to death.
I know, that's weird.
Be so easy.
What's your number 4?
All right, so heroin. I mean, you can only go down from there. But
be opium. Anyway,
I would like to be force-fed Italian food until I die.
Specifically Italian food.
I think that's I think that's the thing that would kill me the quickest. Maybe there's the most carbs. I want all the ziti. I want like all the frutto di mare, like I want just like endless pasta. Force feed me pasta until
you want the endless breadsticks bowl.
Yes, I mean if it's Olive Garden, I'll shoot myself before you have time to actually kill me. But I want.
No, what you just identified is like the genie in the lamp thing, where it's like you wish for something, not like this.
Yeah. No, I'm just reminded of the scene from The Simpsons where Homer is in hell and they force feed him donuts and he's more.
That's funny. Just like death by Alfredo.
Yes. Oh, I want all the Alfredo.
Ooh, die by focaccia bread.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm getting so hungry right now.
And then just like insane amounts of like, charcuterie just on all the.
Yeah. God, that sounds pretty good. That's not on my list, but now I wish that it was. Oh man, I'm so hungry. My number 4 is also kind of a serious one, a little bit. Spoilers for Chernobyl, a little bit.
Oh God.
I would want to go. No, let me explain. I want to go in a Chernobyl type situation. I don't mean like Chernobyl happens. I mean in Chernobyl, there was the scene. It was a great show, by the way. Why are we not still talking about Chernobyl?
I need to watch it. I haven't watched it.
I'm not going to spoil anything super big or anything, but it's a very good show. And it's not even that long. It's one of the best shows.
Right?
Anyway, there's a situation where people have to do something that they know is going to seriously injure or kill them. But it has to be done, and so they have to do it. And it's not the only situation. In Fukushima, there was people who like went in and did some stuff to stop whatever from happening.
Did you just pronounce it Fukushima? Is that correct, or are you just being contrarian?
I don't know. It's been a bit. I'm also very, very hungry right now. Anyway, the important thing is, if I could die in a way where I'm doing something that needs to be done, there's got to be one of those situations in the world, like running into a burning building or doing something with a nuclear power plant. There's got to be something I could do where I die, but it helps someone. And I think I could take the death way more knowing that someone would be helped from it.
Well, here's the difference: is if it's by the state is never gonna let you do what I would like to do, which is take one of them down with me.
You drag them into Chernobyl?
No, hashtag, no ISIS. But if I could suicide vest into Mar-a-Lago and I had, like that'd be a way to go out. But the state would never let me do that.
Francesca, that total joke that you just said that you don't in any way mean.
Oh, it's a joke.
Was a big
this is all an exercise. No NSA members paying for tier 3 membership, John.
Okay, but if they were, they would have just heard the non-serious joke that you just said, which is your number 3, I presume.
Yeah, we can make it number 3. Yeah, that's a non-serious joke. That's a number 3. I say if you're gonna go out, take someone evil with you, but I don't think the state would allow me to do that.
I don't think they would, actually. I don't think they would.
But that is a way to go out with glory.
Everlasting glory, in fact. Jeez. Well, I knew when I proposed this that it was gonna get weird. Okay, I'm gonna move us right along.
I mean, as long as there's like 29 virgins or whatever.
Yeah, that's what Francesca wants, is a bunch of guy virgins.
A bunch of male virgins. I'm
Virgins.
sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
She just shows up to heaven and it's the Tim Pool fan club. Beanies galore. Anyway, oh God. Well, it's funny that your number 3 was a total joke, because I'm gonna put number 3. I don't even know if this is possible, but I once took a gummy, and we had a bunch of people. We were hanging out in my backyard. We were doing one of our movie nights. After the movie, we put on I Think You Should Leave. I think it's called. It's that
yes, great.
sketch show.
Yeah.
And the combination of wine and weed and late night with that show, I thought that I was going to die. I could not control my laughing. It became a serious social issue for the group. If I could set up a situation like that where I did actually die, maybe we could put on some Francesca stand up and actually die from laughing, weed induced. I think that would be a great way to go. Because I think I got pretty close, and I want to see if I can cross that line.
There's a reason alcohol and weed are not making it into this. I've been way too close to like crossfaded weed and alcohol. Hell no. I've thought that I was going to die in those instances. No. When you play catch up at a party by taking 9 shots of tequila, that's when I thought I was going to die.
You can't do that.
No, and I was also 19 and in college, and I was like, I puked everything, and I was like, I still feel bad. Uh-oh. Anyway, good thing.
Anyway, yeah, my number 3 is laughing to death. And honestly, I would be an honor if you were to be the one who kills me.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be very fun. I can imagine you I get it. I mean, I think being high and watching I Think You Should Leave. Also being high and when you forget to breathe, or you're like, am I breathing? What is breathing? Yeah.
Also, by the way, I'm not ruling out, perfectly willing to die laughing at one of my own jokes. I've gotten pretty close off of that too.
That's
I'll take
very
that.
funny. That's an awful.
It's on brand.
He died laughing at
his own joke, and it wasn't great. He never even got to the punchline.
He was so caught up in the setup. Oh my God.
I know where this is going. Anyway, what's your number 2?
That's the lamest way to die. So I do really enjoy the beautiful nature. And I often think if someone did have to put me out of my misery, where would I want to be? Where would I want to go? And then I saw the movie Midsommar, and I realized when you jump off a giant cliff, you don't always die.
Oh my God.
And I don't want pain. So usually I'd be like, I just want to jump off. But here's what I would like for the state. It's so creepy. I would like for the state to send me off to a beautiful gully in the waterfall in Venezuela from Up.
Oh yeah.
The Angel Falls or whatever.
Yeah.
And send me out on a hang glider, and I am terrible when it comes to hand-eye coordination, steering, anything. And I just want to careen into a mountain. That's sort of, because it'd be really fun hang gliding or base jumping or whatever, but hang gliding I think would be pretty more fun.
But you'd see the mountain coming.
I know.
You'd be scared as your last thought.
No, because it'd be pretty. It'd be in the waterfall,
Could we live stream it?
Oh yeah.
Somebody filming.
You'd be like, oh, she's not gonna make it. Wow, she went a hard left turn. Yeah.
Jeez. That's an interesting. It'd be a beautiful final couple minutes or something.
I mean,
maybe
or
skydiving.
I would jump off of that waterfall. That sounds good. I mean, I feel like if it's high enough, I probably would die.
Would you be one of the people who tries to do the barrel over Niagara? Apparently, that has not gone well.
Oh, that'd actually be really fun.
Yeah. Anyway, that's so weird. By the way, you remind me that Midsommar. Why do movies like that get made? I don't understand the inclination to make movies like that or Hereditary.
I never saw Hereditary, but I came back when Matt had seen it, and he was like, all the lights were on and he was coloring. He was like,
I need to center myself. Yeah, don't. I watched Midsommar because Florence Pugh is in it. And I hope that she appreciates the lengths I'm willing to go to support her and our burgeoning relationship. Because that movie, too much.
What did you see her in before that gave you such a hard on for her? I'm sorry.
She's an amazing, talented actress. I don't remember what the first thing it might have been Little Women. Actually, was the first thing I saw her.
Oh, okay, weird.
And then since then, basically everything that she's ever been in. Anyway, that said, good way to die. My number 2 is it's the most painful, I think, of mine, but I think it's worth it. And I'll even give an alternate version if this is too expensive, which it probably would be. I want to be the first person to die on the moon. Just exposure. Yes. I want to walk out and do the first and last step of man. Like, yes. And just die and then leave me there so that in theory, somebody could find me someday or someone with a powerful telescope could see me. Now, granted, that's probably too expensive. So I'm also willing to be one of the Mount Everest bodies that are just left there that nobody can get, like Blue Jacket guy. I'll be one of those. Maybe I make it. Probably not.
But you're bringing up a good point. It's like in the same way of going out with glory. It's like going out by serving some kind of purpose. Like, yeah, look, if Elon wants to send a Tesla into space, then at what point does like the human body combust? Like, I think it'd be tight to sit in a Tesla and just be shot out into the atmosphere. And the same thing with you, like go on the moon, If we killed all our people on the moon,
we would be much more cautious about the death penalty if it cost $6 billion to kill someone. No, I want to they're gonna pop the hatch on the lander and I go soaring out in a Model S, no suit, and see how far I can make it from the lander. I think that would be an interesting experiment.
I mean, it's kind of a crap way to die because you'd be like,
yeah, it'd probably be pretty quick though. You want to slam into the side of a mountain? Don't talk to me about the moon.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Anyway, I want to slam into the side of a crater. How about that?
Okay.
Let me hang glide on the moon.
Okay.
Anyway, what's your number 1? Those are not your first choice. What's your first choice?
I mean, I could have just done different kinds of drug overdoses. But number 1, I would like to die in a stampede of kittens and puppies. All of the kittens and puppies. I just want, like, especially pug dogs. They're so, I want it to be like Black Friday, but of dogs and cats. And I die beneath them.
Oh my God. Like automatic food dispensers 90% off, and they just gotta get it.
Yeah. I mean, you can wrap me in ham or whatever, whatever it needs to be, but I just want to die. I want to suffocate in the cuteness. You could throw in some baby ducks too.
It would take a lot of dogs. The pile over you would be pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But oh my God, the last things you see are their little faces and you smell their little clean fur.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty good way to die. That's better than mine. I like it. And it's on brand for you. It's also a little bit like my wife and I just watched Batman Returns when she's like surrounded by the cats after she falls. It'd be a little bit like that. Maybe they'll bring you back. Anyway, my number 1 is actually kind of our second crossover, and it is sort of dying by a drug. I do not want to get force-fed Italian food. I want to get force-fed all of my favorite sweets. I mean, that's basically how I'm going to die. We would just condense
slowly
it down. Rather than doing it over the course of decades, you would feed me Pop-Tarts and pies and gelato and all, oh God. And it apparently is possible to overdose on sugar, generally with diabetes, which I would develop 2 or 3 minutes into this.
Sure.
So at a certain point, I fear that my brain would function enough that I would be full, and then it gets kind of horrific. But like, it's like your last meal and your death in the same go. It's me doing what I love most. Yeah. And I think that's how we should meet our end.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Brown
like
sugar, cinnamon Pop-Tarts.
It's like the movie 7, where the guys in the sloth one died by overeating, and it's like,
I think he was gluttony.
Or gluttony. Yeah, gluttony. You're right. But it's like, he probably went out the best out of all of them.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
I mean,
it was gruesome, but
gross. Yeah.
But he died. He died doing what he loved.
Yeah. And it's the only one on the list that I'm gonna continue doing today.
We haven't even talked about autoerotic asphyxiation. That's for a whole other topic.
I was wondering when we would. I mean, we'll do that.
Apparently, it's great.
Exactly. That's got to be rough. You get caught. Don't do that to your family and friends.
Yeah, but
anyway,
if the state is doing it, you know?
That's true. That's true. I'll pretend they forced it on me. Anyway, those are the top 10 ways we'd like to go if we had to go. What about for you? And by the way, it has to be relatively prompt, no old age, you clever little kitties out there. So anyway, let us know in the comments down below. You can also give us ideas for future top 10 lists. I'm sure we would love to give you what you want. Francesca, thank you as always for joining us and making it so much fun. Thank you all for supporting us, and we'll see you next time.